Now let's talk about KTM, a motorcycle brand that we all know and love. It's really popular in India and it has a lot of racing roots in it. And the company, unfortunately, is in huge trouble right now. Now, it's in a position where it's trying to avoid bankruptcy. Now, it's trying to do some sort of restructuring plan where it's trying to pay off its creditors. And as of right now, it seems to be okay, but they have a bit of a deadline and they have to pay some percentage of the money off by the end of May. Now, this is really sad news considering that KTM makes such great machines. In terms of power and performance, their machines are awesome. The new 390 Duke's awesome, and 390 Avenger seems to be really good as well. Overall, KTM as a company has come a long way. And everyone knows what KTM is, especially in a country like India. Now, the problem right now KTM has is they need to come out with the money, and well, I think one of the options is probably going to be to sell off a majority stake to another company. And that's where and another company, and what company should honestly take it? Now, this is where I think Bajaj, an Indian motorcycle manufacturer, should come in. And obviously, Bajaj has the money and it already has a huge stake in KTM. And we already seen that Bajaj, combined with KTM, they brought out great machines. They brought out great KTMs and they brought out great Bajaj motorcycles as well. So honestly, if KTM is going to any brand, I think it should be Bajaj, because Bajaj seems like a brand who will take care of the KTM brand properly. Because as you know, when some brands merge with other brands or get bought out by other brands, they're completely changed. They change the way they do things, their principles, their policies, and they focus on different things. And the things that the company who takes over wants. And that kind of diminishes their identity as an individual brand. And we see a lot of companies where this happens, and some companies don't let it happen. They keep it separate the way people want it. And I think the best option KTM has is, it should have, if it has to sell off its line, is to India, because India is a huge market. They already have a huge stake. They know what KTM is and what it means to people. And I think they'll take care of the brand properly. Now, whether or not some of the big bikes might have to take a hit, I don't know. I mean, obviously KTM has had some. There are reasons. There are probably a lot of reasons why KTM's in this position, and maybe it's because it has too big of a lineup. Maybe one lineup isn't profitable. Maybe the sales numbers just aren't up to mark. Bajaj will probably have to fix some of those issues, and that might end up meaning that we have to cut some of the motorcycles, which might be the bigger bikes, the 1290s or something like that. Now, I hope those bikes don't get cut, but it might be a possibility, unless Bajaj is willing to handle a lot of the expenses. Now, we don't know what will happen, but if another brand takes over, this is very likely to happen, but I don't think Bajaj would do it. Because big CC bikes, I think there's starting to be a small market for them. And I think KTM has a future there, in India at least, so I think Bajaj really should take over the brand. And let's hope if it comes to a situation, that happens. Now, honestly, I don't want Bajaj to take over it. I want KTM to be by themselves and do things their way, because they're doing great things. But if it has to come to it, I really hope Bajaj takes over. And yeah, especially, I don't want the company to go disappear. I definitely don't want that to happen. So, but I don't think that's going to happen, because KTM's a good value brand, and they have Husqvarna, another brand under them. And KTM has the brand name, and I think a lot of companies will want that brand name. So let's wait and see.